Good morning. If you're watching this and you're a regular viewer on the channel, I don't blame you if you tune out. This is more of a personal message to my nieces and nephews, but you're welcome to stay. There's not gonna, unlike many of my videos, there will be zero cursing, zero negative things to say about anybody. It's just a message to my nieces and nephews. Hello, everyone, my nieces and nephews. I am Belida Han Uckun. I'm your uncle, and chances are you will never meet me because of a number of factors that right now are not in my control. And frankly, not of my choosing. I would have chosen a happier uh, series of events. Okay, and I only know the names of two of you. And I only know one of you really well, Aydin. And I hear you're going to college now, and I think that's great. I remember you when you were a little baby, when you came home, and you know, over the years, I got to see you a little bit. There's a picture of me actually carrying you over my shoulders, and you were smiling, and and everyone that sees it is like, oh, right. And you were really a cute kid, dude. You were really, really, really a cute kid. And there were times I would babysit you, and I remember I would read you books on dinosaurs because I just love dinosaurs. As a kid, I loved dinosaurs. I still think dinosaurs are cool. I would talk to you about dinosaurs now if you were right here in the room with me. You'd be like, man, my uncle's like a real geek. Like he's a super nerd. Okay, yeah. Um, One of my fondest memories of you as a little baby is when you were in the cradle, we had this little mobile with all the little dangling thingies, and instead of shaking them, I would drop and let you kick them with your feet. I was training you in martial arts before you could walk when you were in diapers. If I had my way, I would be training you in martial arts now. But I hear you had some, you did some wushu or something or whatever. And I also remember we had an inflatable clown that you could punch and it would tip over and come back, and I would show you how to punch it and kick it, and you even knife hands and stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool, so I'm glad you did something with it. Historically, men in our family, we tend to do good at this stuff. If you were to get into Gracie Jiu-Jitsu or something, judo, anything like that, I'm telling you, you'd probably be a beast. To all of my nieces and nephews, we have a weird mixture of genes in this family. We have heart disease running in the family on both sides. I just had a heart attack. I'm 51 years old, right? And I'm so glad that they were able to help me. Okay, and I want to live a nice, long, healthy life, but we have to make changes. We have to pay attention to things. But genetics is genetics. You also need to get monitored. You need to get your regular checkups if you have health care, all that stuff. The only other nephew that I know of is Max, and that's from another brother, and haven't met you, and probably never ever will. Um, your side of the family, there's six of you that I will never meet. And no doubt you're going to hear a lot of horrible things about me, but I'm just going to say they're untrue. I want no part, wanted no part of a conflict. It came to me, and all I can say is right now your parents are taking care of you. You're very young, you're very small. It is what it is. One day you'll be adults, and you may see this video, and you'll look at the face, and you'll be like, he's got to be related to us. Look at that face, right? Look at the build. Look at the thickness of the neck. Look at the set of the shoulders. You'll know that what's in me is in you, and but I'm not the bad person that you're gonna hear. I wanted no part of any conflict. If I was any part of your life, I'd probably be trying to teach you martial arts and talk to you about dinosaurs and talk to you about animals and science, astronomy. If you were to spend, if all of my nieces and nephews, if you were to spend any regular time around me, you would know who Bruce Lee was, who Stephen Hawking was. You would know that, to our current understanding, nothing goes faster than the speed of light, and You would hear about the theory of general relativity, and you would hear about the theory of evolution, but you would also hear about epigenetics. You would know the difference between Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Indonesian, Filipino, and Western martial arts, and you know you would learn about Genghis Khan and Turkish culture, and Tamerlane. You would learn about what is Samarkand, one of the most beautiful cities in Central Asia that's been through multiple layers of destruction and may even come back. Bukhara, you would understand what an Uzbek is, what a Kazakh is, and what a Mongol is, and you would hear me say, there is no superior race. There is no superior chosen race. We all come from common stock, and to the best of our knowledge, it goes back to Africa. You would be like, what a geek, what a nerd. I might even embarrass you as an uncle, right? And it's my hope, you'd be like, why is one of your greatest ambitions, aside from leading as long and healthy and active a life as possible, why do you want to be a martial artist all your life? Not, I mean, there's people that have fantastic sports careers. They become great football players, make multi-millions of dollars. Why didn't you make it your ambition to be great at a sport and be fabulously wealthy and retire and do commercials or something? Like, why are you so different? And why are you so different than our dad, but you guys are brothers on both sides, for both sets of one one nephew and the other sets of nieces and nephews. Um, I wish we could have had that conversation. All right. Um, but we're not. But we're not. Uh, all I can say is I have this channel, which um, family members will be probably trying to shut down, I guess. But I if any of these videos are still around, then look at the videos and you'll get to know who I am. You'll get to know what happened. But this video isn't about that. This is just saying, hi, my name is Balidahan Uchgun. I'm your uncle. I never got to meet you. Chances are I never will. If I'm still around, it'd be great. It'd be great when you all are adults. If I'm still around and I'm still walking and I'm still doing some kind of martial art and I'm still talking about dinosaurs and still talking about biology and cosmology, and it'd be great because then we could have a conversation. And I would be like, what did you do? Did you play any sports? Did any of you do martial arts? Um, you, as a child and as a teenager, you were under the influence of your parents, your other relatives, your mentors, your clergy, your teachers. But when you start to approach adulthood, you begin to question things and you begin to try to be yourself. You realize that you are a different being than those people around you, and that people have various interests and sometimes they conflict. And someone may be like, I want you to be a musician or a martial artist, but you're like, I want to be a dancer. I want to be a doctor. Someone may be like, you have to become a doctor. And you may be like, but I like the idea of being a cook or a top chef or operating a diner. We all start to get different dreams, and um, you get to question even your religion and your cosmology, if this country is still a free country when that happens. Okay. Um, so yeah, it would have been nice to have been some part of your life. It would have been nice. It wasn't my choice. I didn't choose to leave the family or isolate myself from the family. I thought I was part of the family. And I'll say this again. Uh, I didn't choose any form of conflict. Conflict chose me, and you may hear different, but understand this: uh, some of you are young enough to be in school, and you may be bullied. I hope you're not bullies yourself. I don't like bullies. And even if you're not involved in it, you may be seeing people that are bullies, right? That just want to push other people around, take stuff from them. Sometimes not even because there's any intrinsic value, but because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel uh, taller to push someone down to be shorter. It makes them feel richer to take something from someone else and diminish them, right? And I firmly believe that peace is better than war, that laughter is better than crying, that smiling and talking nicely is better than shouting and screaming. But I don't believe in bowing down to oppression, bowing down to someone stealing from you, bowing down to someone pushing you around, telling you what to do, telling you what to think, telling you what you're entitled to have. I don't believe in that. And I believe that that is worse than war and conflict. I believe that then it becomes necessary to have a conflict. And I've tried all sorts of ways to resolve the conflict with a minimum of force and anger. And, I've attempted to communicate. And I, I, I am not the one making it impossible that you didn't have this uncle in your life. I'm not the one. Okay. So I hope you all grew up, grow up, and became decent, good people, that you didn't bully anyone, that you didn't, of course, you're kids and you make all kinds of mistakes and you do all sorts of dumb things. I certainly have. We're all, you know, we're all like that. It's, as time goes by, uh, we try to learn, we try to be better, we start interacting with people, and we start to learn the meanings of interactions and the consequences of what we say and do, and hopefully, we make an effort to get better. But I hope you're among the vast majority of people that are, if not actively good, not bad. I hope that's what happened. um Other than that, it's it's been not so great not knowing you. I think it would have been a bit of cooler to see you now and then at birthdays and at holidays, and to have showed you a martial art move now and then. Hey, watch this. Hey, look. Why don't I throw this paper ball in the air and see if you can kick it? Okay, good, good. Now try it with your left leg. There would have been a lot of that growing up, but there isn't. Um, hey, can you identify this? It's an anteater, right? Okay. Hey, let me teach you its Latin name. Like, it would have been like that. Do you know what a Dilophosaurus is? Isn't that amazing? You know. Um, Also, I would have told you about your grandfather. I would have told you about your grandmother, what I knew, and I might have, seen a different face of it all. And I would have told you about what I knew of my grandmother, your great grandmother on my mother's side. And I learned a little bit verbally from my father about what would have been my grandfather and grandmother on my dad's side. And you would have learned a little bit about the history of Turkey and Afghanistan and the Uzbek people and the Turkish people. And you would have learned about the Greek people. You would have learned about the Russian people. That's the other thing. I was really always into history and still am, and not just our family history, or the history of the regions that our family came from, but all of history, Latin America, Europe, and things like that. I think it would have been cool. I know it would have been cool for me. I would have enjoyed it. I might have actually bored you after a while. You would have been like, Mom, Dad, Uncle Belita, man, he just never stops talking about this stuff. He just if he's not kicking or punching, he's talking about dinosaurs or Mesoamerica or the Silk Road or black holes and neutron stars and wormholes. But who knows? Maybe some of you would have found it cool. I would have. Goodbye. Hey, and maybe one day hello.